Hello, BSU students. I wanted to review some of the questions and responses that I've been receiving and seeing within the discussion forum via emails and overall postings. So first off, there's a big concern about the ICD-10 and the ICD-9. Please understand, ladies and gentlemen, that this is the same coding system, it's just the updated version. So it doesn't matter where you start with coding, you have to understand how to navigate through your books. So remember, the books that you have in front of you are reference guides. They explain each step of how to code. So if you've never coded or even heard the word code before, and you sat down and began to read the guidelines, you will be able to code in any facility, whether for inpatient or outpatient. Okay? The difference is the ICD-10 has more characters and they also have a combination of alphanumeric. So basically the characteristics are changing. You still have to search for your diagnoses, or you search for the disease or the disorder first, and then you go to the code numbers that the volume 2 is referencing you to go to in volume 1. So if you're looking for, let's say, fracture of the radius ulna, in your ICD-9 book, you will go to your volume 2, which is basically like the dictionary in alphabetical order, and you go to the condition, which is fracture. Then you go to radius ulna. And then when you scroll over to radius ulna, it'll give you a code, and then you go to that exact code in volume 1, which is in the middle of the book, go to that exact code, and then begin to match the information that you're reading from the documentation from the physician to what you're picking in the book. So the key note here is match, match, match. And that's how you're going to pass your coding exam. You're not going to read each question on the coding exam. It's called the process of elimination approach. So therefore, you are going to implement a strategy to pass the exam. So you basically match the diagnoses or the procedures or whatever they're giving you in A, B, C, and D, and you begin to see what is in the actual question that matches to the diagnoses that are listed in the answer. So you should be seeing multiple ICD-9 codes or procedure codes or the CPT codes in the order that is listed in the actual question. So if you see diabetes, hypertension, and cancer, your answer should be diabetes, hypertension, and cancer. So A, B, C, and D selections will have the same codes as it should. So if you see the same code in A, B, C, and D, you know that that code's in that answer. So then you want to go into the question and begin to see what position it comes in of how the doctor documents the actual diagnoses or procedures. So again, it's a strategic approach that you're going to be taking with your CCS. Also, the examination guides. You use the examination guides for studying. Please use your CCS review guide up until the day you take your exam. That is going to be how the format is going to be on the exam day, and those are the questions that you'll be encountering during the exam. So again, 2 minutes per question, you have 120 questions to answer, and you do the process of elimination, make sure everything matches and it's in order according to how the question actually lays out the diagnoses. And that's the strategic approach that you take for the coding exam. So your ICD-9 and ICD-10, the ICD-10 codes are not implemented yet. There's still issues with government regulations and when everybody is going to fully transfer over to the ICD-10 coding system. So again, either way, you have to learn how to use all the books. The CPT book, your HCPCS book, if you're coding outpatient, you'll be utilizing those books. You always have to have an ICD-9 code, and you always have to have a CPT code if you're coding for outpatient facilities or units or departments. Okay, well, students, I will continue to look at the questions. Keep up the great work. Please text or call me if you have any immediate needs of assistance. I am here to support you. Continue doing a great job. Until next time, Instructor Pamela here. Bye-bye.